So of course we know that when we have hotter and drier weather, we're going to get more fire. So that's not rocket science. But what we're seeing is a potentially permanent change in our weather patterns to drier summers, longer fire seasons, and just having fire become a more prominent player across the landscape. When I sit down at my desk and I actually look at the data, it kind of hits me in the face. There are some things changing very quickly. We have about 100 years of fire history data in the western United States. And it's very easy to develop a statistical relationship between climate and fire occurrence. When we project those relationships into the future, by about mid-century, we end up getting 2 to 3 times more fire per year in eastern Washington and in other areas around the Intermountain West where dry forests exist. That's a tremendous change ecologically, and it's going to be a tremendous change also in terms of the impacts on human communities. So we're going to have a long adjustment as we go through this period of increased fire. And the main thing that we need to be aware of is a lot of our forests have not experienced fire for many decades. That means we have a lot of fuel buildup, and that means when fires do occur, they're going to be intense, they're going to be crown fires, and they'll probably cover a lot of area because it's very difficult to suppress those kinds of fire. At some point later in the 21st century, we may catch up with what I call the fire debt. But at least in the near term, we can probably expect to have a lot more of these high-intensity, large fires. We need a shift in attitude from the concept of resisting fire to living with fire, because it is part of our environment.